Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So let's continue with our Python Pandas series. And in the yesterday's video or in the previous video, we have solved some 5 questions based on this particular data set. So this is a continuation of the previous video. And if you have not watched the previous video, may I request you to go to the channel and first watch that particular one, solve those 5 questions, followed by which we will be solving the rest 5 questions today. So this is the data set that we have created using the dynamic Python query. And now let's solve the rest 5 questions. So the sixth question basically says, filter out all the orders where the profit margin, that is profit by sales, is less than the 10%. Okay, so first of all, we will find the profit margin. So let's create a column df of profit underscore margin, and this should be equal to, inside the braces we'll like write df of the profit that we have, it divided by df of the sales column, that is sales, and this should be multiplied by 100 to find the percentage. I think we should put this here, this one, and df of, okay, so I think we have made a mistake. Okay, so now we will use another variable, that is filtered underscore orders, and this should be equal to df of, again df of the profit margin, and this should be equal, sorry, each this should be equal to 10. This should be greater than equal to 10. So now let's print should be greater than equal to, control C, control V, let's print this. Okay, so whatever the profit margin is there that is greater than equal to 10, all those values we have got in a separate column. Perfect. Now let's jump to the seventh question. So the seventh question says, find the month with the highest sale across all the years. So we need to find the particular month. So for that, let's create column month, and this should be equal to df of order date, df of order date dot dt dot month. So this one will give us the month column. And now let's create a variable called monthly underscore sales, and this should be equal to df dot group by, based on what, based on the month column that we have created previously on the what, sales, because we need the highest sales. And this should be equivalent, since we are asked to find the highest sales across, so that's why we will use the sum function to get the summation of the sales. And once we have found this, we need to find the highest sales per month. So highest underscore sales underscore month, that should be equivalent to the monthly sales column from which whatever the values we have got, that one with the highest one. So idx max function will use. And now we can simplify highest sales month. If you can simply control C and control V, and if we print it, this is showing the 8th month is the highest. The 8 is nothing but the August month. Okay, so this is the question, and let's now go to the eighth question. So it's the eighth question basically says, for each region we need to calculate the total sales and sort the results in the descending order. Okay, so I think this is quite easy. So let's create a particular variable name like region of sales. This should be equal to df dot, we will be using the group by function, df dot group by on what, region column. And what are the numeric value? The numeric value will be sales dot what we need the sum, because we need because in the question it is written total sales, so sum. Then in the same line also we can use the sort underscore values function to sort the values in the descending order. So for descending we will simply write ascending is equal to false. Okay, now we can simply print the region cells. You can simply control C and control V and print this. Okay, okay, this is a spelling mistake. ASSET sending. So cool, we have got the output in the in the descending order, sorry. So the region west, central and east and south, and the sales has been 10,000, 6,000, 6,443, and 6,396 in the descending order. Perfect. Now let's jump to the ninth question. So we need to identify the product category with the highest average profit per unit sold. Okay, so first of all we need to find the profit per unit, and this can be calculated using profit column divided by the quantity column. So let's create a new column first called the profit per unit. So profit underscore per underscore unit, and this is equal to df of the profit column, and it should be divided by the df of the quantity column. Okay, so once we have found this, we need to find the highest average profit category. So highest underscore average profit category, and this should be equal to df dot group by. We need to group by on what column? We need to group by on category column. So category, then we need the numeric value. The numeric value is nothing but the profit per unit. So you can simply copy this from here, control C, and you can simply paste this. And once you're done this, we need to find the average. So for average we'll be using the mean. If you would have said to find the sales, highest sales, then you can use the sum function, and since it is asking you to find the average, so we will use the mean function, and it is going to find the highest category, so for that we will be using idx max function. And if it would have asked for the minimum, then you would have used idx mean function. Perfect. Now let's print this. You can simply control C and control V, and let's print this. Okay, office supplies is the product category which is having the highest average profit per unit sold. Cool. And now let's find the solution for the last question of the video, that is we need to find the total number of unique customers who have ordered at least twice. Okay, so first of all let's count the customer underscore order counts. I'm giving a variable name, and this we can find by df of customer underscore id. No, it is customer id only. Customer id dot value comes, and once we have found this, we will now find the repeat customers. The repeat customers, and this should be calculated using the customer underscore customer order counts that we have found, control V, this of the customer underscore count once again inside this, and this should be greater than 1. So again copy this, paste this, and inside this you need to pass the parameter that is greater than 1, and whatever the value is there we need to find the count. Okay, now let's print the repeated customers. You can simply control C, control V, and run it. So 20, so total number of unique customers is 20. Okay, so this is how you can actually solve the rest 5 questions. I can say the questions level are a bit intermediate level where you need to think somewhat to get the desired output and the solutions, and you need to practice a lot for these questions to be very prompt in Python Pandas. And don't worry about it, in the near future I will come up with more such case studies, In this we solved 5 questions. In the previous video also we have you solved the 5 questions. And if you want, based on the response that I will get in the comment section, I will come up with more such videos where we will be solving not only 5 to 10 questions, but somewhere around 10 to 30 questions also. And that should include both pandas, matplotlib, and seaborn also. So it will be a combination of EDA, that is exploratory data analysis, that we generally use in our real world data sets. So make sure to practice these kind of questions before your interview, and subscribe the channel to get the latest update, guys. Till then, keep loving, keep coding. Thank you, guys.